Mickie James returns to WWE in a brand new TV show called LFG. Not Let's Effing Go, right? But Legends and Future Greats on A&E. This show will come out early 2025. It's going to be following the very familiar Tough Enough type style of TV shows, you know, reality TV competition. So we're going to see that return to A&E this time. They're going to have some coaches. Some of the coaches announced so far: Triple H, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Booker T, Bubba Ray Dudley. So some heavy hitters. If you're looking forward to that, let me know what you think in the comments. But I mean, I'll definitely keep watching. I love the shows that they have on A&E for WWE. So this would be a good addition to the partnership that they have going on with A&E. So let me know what you guys think about in the comments about that. Former WWE Giant makes his MLW debut. Dabba-Kato, Babatunde, Commander Aziz, whatever you remember him as, he is now known as Baba Thunder. He made his debut in MLW, facing off against Mads Cruel Kruger. At the end of the match, he ends up joining Contra Unit. Honestly, I'm glad he's back. He's a big wrestler, but he's very athletic. I mean, he's more athletic than Giant Omos, also not being used in WWE. You know, WWE likes their giants, but in this case, it seems like Vince McMahon is gone. Triple H is now the man calling the shots. Omos isn't being used at all in WWE. Pretty much Dabba-Kato, after he was Commander Aziz and Apollo Crews was having that Nigerian accent. That storyline pretty much didn't go anywhere. So after that ended, we haven't seen Babatunde pretty much. But I'm glad to see that he's in MLW doing his thing. It's a great spot for him. It's an indie wrestling company, but a lot of big names have been there, have come from there. Jacob Fatu, the most recent, was there. So it's a good in between, you know, between the indies. He's going to get TV time. He's a known name, so it's good for them, good for him. So we'll see what the future holds for Baba Thunder. Cody Rhodes names the current locker room leaders during this era of WWE. During an interview with Jazzy's World TV, he had a couple things to say about the locker room leaders and who exactly are they. So let me read this quote for you. Here's the thing I think people don't know about Bayley. She's probably the actual current locker room leader. Like, if you've got a captain, you know, the C on the jersey, it's probably her and Randy Orton. In terms of if you need something done, hey, such and such doesn't need to be late anymore. Hey, we need energy for the show. She's the locker room leader, and she should be. Honestly, not that shocked. I mean, she's probably been there for the longest out of all the current women. She puts on great matches. She's got good storylines. She doesn't mind taking a back seat when she needs to, versus other people that just want to be the top of the top. You know what I mean? But I'm glad to see that she's getting some credit as the current locker room leader, as well as Randy Orton. I mean, Randy Orton's been there. He's been there. So glad to see these veterans taking the helm. And it looks like we know who's in control of the WWE locker room, and it's not CM Punk. Pentagon Jr. is no longer listed on AEW roster. This is their online roster. He's no longer listed. So as of technically yesterday, he's a free agent, free man. Where he will go, nobody knows except for him and probably some of his friends and some of his buddies. But the most people think that he will be going to WWE. I wouldn't put him returning back to Mexico for a couple months just to rebuild something, maybe work his name out, because he can't be Pentagon. He can't be probably Penta. I know he's been going as Penta El Cero M, El Cero Miedo. So I don't think he'll be keeping that same name in WWE. They like to own their names, but you know, with Triple H being out there, maybe he does end up owning his name. We'll see. We'll see where this plays out, but hopefully he joins WWE soon. Maybe he ends NXT. I would like to see him in NXT personally, because they're just having some banger matches, banger storylines. A lot of people that he can face in NXT before he eventually gets called up to WWE. But with Pentagon being gone from AEW, I don't know exactly what the future holds for him or his brother. His brother's being currently frozen out from AEW, not being used, no plan of being used. So I don't think he would be going back to AEW, but that is still also not the question in case there's some sort of agreement reached. His probably best bets is to just be done with AEW, go off, do your own thing, rebuild your name, rebuild a different name, get your stuff settled for the future for you and your brother, you know, since you have the legal obligations to, or I guess you're legally able to do things as a free agent that you couldn't do under contract. So we're excited for the future, what the future holds. You know, if he does go to WWE, imagine the money that they can make selling those masks. I mean, they tried that with Sin Cara. Sin Cara's the wrong guy. They have Dragon Lee, but it seems like they haven't been selling Dragon Lee masks. And AEW, they could have sold Pentagon masks, but they decided to sell hologram masks instead. So we'll see what the future holds for Pentagon. But speaking of AEW, their ratings are in a steep decline, and I have the answer. You just gotta click this video to watch.